Stop intermittent fasting. Now, no, but seriously, stop intermittent fasting if you're only doing it for a quick fix. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is treating intermittent fasting like it's some sort of magical fat loss trick. I mean, I see people suffering for about 30 days, they lose a few pounds, and then they go right back to their old habits. But here's the truth: if you can't see yourself doing a nutrition strategy for years to come, not weeks, then that strategy is probably not the right strategy for you. You see, intermittent fasting isn't a diet, it's actually a lifestyle. And for busy adults, it can actually make healthy eating easier because what are you doing? You're actually simplifying your day instead of complicating it. But here's the part nobody talks about when it comes to intermittent fasting. You see, I don't use intermittent fasting primarily for fat loss like everybody else. I use it because of what it does for my digestive system. So let me explain. So here's what I meant when I said stop intermittent fasting. Now, what I really meant is stop using it as a temporary fix, which most people do. We've created this culture where every nutrition strategy has become this challenge or a detox or a 30-day whole transformation program and all this blah, 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 blah. Then people wonder why they gain the weight right back or they just completely abandon the strategy. Now, here's some simple reality. If you don't see yourself doing it long term and it's not for a lifestyle, then you might as well just call it a temporary fix, right? Now, that doesn't mean that intermittent fasting is bad temporarily. In fact, I think intermittent fasting could be one of the most practical nutritional approaches for busy adults. Let me tell you why. You see, most busy adults don't even have a nutrition problem, they just have a consistency problem. You see, when you juggling all these different things, work, family, even myself, I'm juggling all type of stuff. I got to train my clients. I'm going from appointment to appointment. Eating 6 perfectly timed meals in a day is just not realistic for myself or for most of us. But intermittent fasting can actually simplify your day. Why? Because it reduces the number of eating decisions you have to make throughout the day. But here's where my perspective differs from most people. You see, I don't primarily use intermittent fasting just for fat loss. Do I understand that being in a caloric deficit leads to fat loss? Of course, absolutely. But the main reason that I practice intermittent fasting is because I view it as giving my digestive system a break. I mean, come on, think about it. Most people spend their entire day eating nonstop. As soon as you wake up, you got breakfast, then you got snacks, and you got lunch, then you got some more snacks, then you got dinner, then you got dessert, late night snacks. Your digestive system is never given a break. It's constantly working. Now, me personally, I like having periods where my body isn't focused on primarily digesting foods. I use intermittent fasting as a lifestyle strategy. It allows my digestive system to take time to clean my system out and reset before I start eating again. Now, before people start going crazy, jumping in my comments like, "What your digestive system?" I'm not saying the digestive system literally shuts off. That doesn't happen. Or I'm not saying intermittent fasting is some magical detox. Your body already has systems in place internally that does that. What I'm saying is that for me personally, having designated periods when I'm not eating helps me feel better. I don't feel as bloated, and I create sustainable routines throughout the day that I'm able to maintain long term with my eating habits. And that's really the whole point of this conversation. I just wanted to create some awareness so people stop looking at these diets as quick fixes and look at them more as lifestyles. So I'm gonna be honest, the best diet isn't keto. It's not low carb. It's not intermittent fasting. It's not Atkins. It's not none of that. The best diet is the one that you can consistently follow for years while maintaining your health, your lifestyle, and most important, your sanity. Now, for me, intermittent fasting works quite well. Why? Because it's not a challenge for me. It's not punishment. I'm not doing it just for weight loss. It is my way of life. It structures my eating, and this is just the way I live. So when it comes to your goals, don't ask yourself, what's the fastest way I can lose weight? Get that out your head. What I want you to start doing is asking yourself, what way of eating can I realistically see myself doing for the next 5 years? And structure my living that way, not for a quick fix. And when you figure out a way of eating that fits into your lifestyle, that's going to be the best strategy that works for you, especially if you can keep your sanity in the process. If you found this video useful, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, or just simply give it a like, or also share it with somebody who you think this video might be useful for. Or if you're someone that's interested in implementing intermittent fasting into your lifestyle or any other lifestyle eating, and you want some help with your personal goals, go ahead and email me as I do online coaching. I'm also certified in fitness nutrition. You can also follow me at Corey Tibbs on Instagram as I do daily tips and motivation. Until then, see you on the next one.
As always, my content is sponsored by C Squared Nutrition, where quality nutrition meets your nutritional needs. Head over to the website www.ctibbs.com. Type in code TIPS by Tibbs for your discount.